Brand new hour here of America Live. Welcome, everybody. I'm Megyn Kelly. The White House press corps has sent a letter to the Obama administration with questions about whether President Obama's swearing in could be kept from the press. Katie Pavlich is the news editor at townhall.com and with me now. Katie, welcome back to the program.
Great to be here.
This is a surprising controversy. The Constitution doesn't say that much about the inauguration, but it does tell us what day we're supposed to have it on. And this year, that is triggering some controversy. Explain.
Right. Well, this year, the inauguration of January 20th for President Obama falls on a Sunday, and we never hold public inaugurations on Sunday. And so therefore, what happens is they're supposed to hold a private inauguration on Saturday or Sunday and have the public big, party, so to speak, on Monday. But this year, there's been some controversy over the White House kind of indicating there might not be press available at that private swearing in at the White House, I believe, on that Sunday, and it's causing a lot of problems.
So normally, because we have had the January 20th date fall on a Sunday in the past, and so normally what they would do is they would have sort of a private swearing in, because they have to comply with the Constitution, between the Chief Justice and the President, and the press would be there to document history in the making, and then the public would attend on the Monday, and we'd have the big ceremony. But this year they're talking about excluding the press from the what will be the official swearing in. The stuff they do on the Monday after is just for pomp and circumstance.
Right. The last time this happened, it was 1985 when Ronald Reagan was sworn in, and he invited lots of press to his private, so to speak, ceremony, and then they had the big party afterwards. But the White House this time around with President Obama wants to simply issue an official White House photo to the press and to the public after it's all done. And this kind of indicates a pattern of how this White House has behaved with the press. We remember the White House was editing press pools back during the election with Vice President Joe Biden. And so it's an indication of kind of a pattern of behavior repeating itself on the inauguration. But, this is something that the people did. They put President Obama in office, and I think that they deserve to see what actually goes down and what happens historically from a body independent of the White House.
Well, this is, the White House has received criticism, as you point out, for being a little too involved in some instances in trying to edit the press. But this is a wonderful moment for President Obama. I mean, this is something he fought very hard for. And I know that the Presidential Inauguration Committee is saying, look, nothing's been decided yet, and we're still looking into it. But they did send out a press release referring to a, quote, private inauguration, prompting the White House press corps to weigh in, saying, you better let us in on it. What would be the reasoning for not allowing the press in there?
Well, I do know that last time around, a lot of journalists actually thought that President Obama's inauguration was closed press, because President Obama actually had to do his private ceremony twice after kind of stumbling through his oath that was given by Chief Justice John Roberts. But that was the Chief Justice's fault.
That was the Chief Justice's fault.
Right, but it was still not going as smoothly as they thought it would. And so maybe this time around they just want to make sure that they give the most perfect picture of President Obama and his last inauguration in history through the White House eyes. But like I already said, I think that the people who elected President Obama deserve an independent body known as the White House Press Corps to document this, and like you said, have a great moment for the President of the United States, documented in history.
Well, I mean, it's apparently the same inaugural committee which says no decisions have been made. There's a report out today saying that officials from that privately indicated to reporters that the January 20th event could be closed. It could be closed to the reporters and the cameras, and it's crazy to think that we might not actually see the president take the oath. We'll see him take some fake symbolic oath that's put on for our benefit on the following Monday. But, people want to see the history in the making. Katie?
Well, yep.
Maybe I'll see you there.
Yes, maybe. I just wanted to say, too, that the history in the making that we get to see is actually extra. So we're spending taxpayer money extra and while they close this private
Well, you got to have the pomp and circumstance. That's part of American tradition.
You do, yes. But the one that really matters constitutionally is the one that they don't want us to see. And so that's important to point out.
It doesn't happen very often that Sunday falls on January 20th. But that January 20th falls on a Sunday. In any event, Katie Pavlich, great to see you.
Thank you, Megyn.